Hi everyone, it's good to see you today. I'm sorry I haven't been on for a long time. You probably hear in the background some cartoons and stuff. My grandson's here today visiting us, and he's got his movie on, and Larry's in there watching him. So I wanted to go ahead and update you. We've been very tired around here lately, and I think it's partly because of um, not being able to get out a lot, but also because I don't get to take my infusion because it lowers my immunity until this next month, which is better because it'll keep me safer. And because I don't have it, I hurt worse. But that's normal for me anymore. Um, I also wanted to show you some things that I've been working on lately. Cinnamon Stitches had Jennifer, who is Cinnamon Stitches Crochet, did a tutorial on a wrap that was off of Premier Yarns. She used Premier Bloom yarn, and it just was beautiful. And to do it, she did. It's for free for us to watch and to use the video and to download the pattern on different places. But what I wanted to say was I had a lot of bloom yarn from different skeins of it, and I love the feeling of the bloom yarn, and I like what it does. So I decided, because these were all just little pieces of what was left of a skein, I would just decided I would go ahead and continue this wrap so it would be large, not just tiny. Like she had done, was added more to hers, and so I did. I just kept going and finished it up, and I love it. It's beautiful. It's soft. It was easy to do. So if you have a desire to do a different stitch, or maybe these are actually the same stitches but do a different pattern that's fun and easy, go on YouTube and go to Cinnamon Stitches and look up her video. It was really fun. I liked it, and she's very good at being creative with her patterns and things she does. It's fun. It's good. I also have been working on critters. Okay, a lot of you out there probably have done critters many times before. This was my unicorn that I made for my granddaughter for her birthday. Now I've got to make another one for another granddaughter because she likes the unicorn. My grandson, who lives in Michigan, wanted the alligator. I think the alligator came out ugly, but I followed it exactly, and it may just be the way I have it stuffed or something, but this is his alligator. And then one of my other granddaughters wanted the giraffe. So here's the giraffe. As you can see, I've got it crooked. It looks funny, but I think it'll be okay once I get the little pieces on it to give it some color down there and put its last feet on and his tail on. That is her giraffe. And I'm doing these from a book by Sarah Zimmerman that I have downloaded, and I like it. It's got A to Z things for you to make. And while I was doing that and laying around and not getting to do much anything else, I did a couple pillows out of some yarn that had come, and I did these are 10-inch pillows. These aren't very large, but they're very soft, and I did the back plain. I did two of them. The only thing different in this one is that the edging is in the multicolor instead of just plain. But I love doing these. They're very simple. They're very pretty, and my granddaughters like them because they're soft. You can just really kind of snuggle with one of them. So those are the things I've been working on. I have more yarn coming and things for me to do. Well, it gets really hot here, and we just don't get out a lot when it's super hot or when it's super cold. That's just fact. We've already been to the storm pit once, or the storm shelter, whatever you call it. We get underground to make sure to try to be safe from tornadoes and things like that. We were blessed that day. It didn't do much damage anywhere, and it was gone before we even knew there was a tornado warning for us. But it was nice to be safe and get our kids safe and let them know that it had been a warning had gone off and everything. So, how has your week's been? How have you been? I hope most of you are feeling okay. I hope most of you have not had this virus so far. Praise God. Larry and I haven't, and our kids and grandkids haven't, but we all know with everything opening now and more people going out in our county, it's very seldom that you see anybody with a mask. It doesn't matter who they are, what age they are, they don't wear masks. But Larry and I wear a mask. We clean the handles off the cart when we go in. We clean off our car, our hands, and everything else when we get back in the car, and then clean off again when we get the groceries put away. Because we don't want to risk bringing that virus in here, and they're saying it's spreading a lot easier than they thought at first. So I'm just praying for all of those that have it. My daughter-in-law said that in their hospital, their ICU is full, and a whole unit is full, and most of the people are on ventilators at this time. We are going up by 10, 12 at a time in our county, where we were seeing very few, but it's going around and people aren't watching what they're doing and who they're around. And it's very sad and it's very scary about who will lose their lives here. Because we think we have a right to say no masks. I don't want to wear one. I don't have to wear one. Well, I don't want to wear one either. But I don't want to risk getting sick. And if I'm getting sick and don't know it, I don't want to risk giving it to someone else out there who may not survive it, who may end up dying. It takes away a loved one from a family, and I just don't want to be responsible for that. As a pastor, I learned a long time ago that losing a loved one, and as a daughter, it's horrible. It's heartbreaking. It makes you wonder how much better life could have been if they'd stayed. It makes you wonder if there was some way to make them healthier and not go as soon. You pray with families as they cry. You anoint with oil, and you pray with the person who's passing away. Let's just put it this way. It's not one of the best things in the world that a pastor does, but it's one of the things that we know we do because we care. And we love all those that are our parishioners. No matter what they think of us or how they treat us, they are still parishioners. They're still important to God. And so therefore we treat them like that. So, hearing about people dying is very difficult. I heard about my older brother dying, and I was so far away that it just broke my heart. But thank God I got to go visit, even though I didn't get to see his body. I got to be with his kids and my other brother. So I understand death comes in many ways. Sometimes from illness, but also sometimes from people who are mentally ill, on drugs, cruel, and things happen that are horrible. But it doesn't excuse those of us who are left to become evil and mean. We've got to stop all this idea of, if you don't look like me and don't act like me, then you should be hated. If you come from a different country, you should be hated. If your skin is darker than mine, oh man, you should be hated. No. We were all created by the same God. All of us. He created mankind in his image so that we would have the ability to know good and evil and to do better. Please understand me. Hush dog, Ellie, no more. Understand that we are called as humanity, as people, to stop hate, to learn to accept and to love all people. Some won't want to be loved. Okay, that's their choice. But there are too many out there that just want to be accepted for who they are and allowed to work and laugh and learn and be the part of the whole society without being afraid of what's going to happen if they don't look like someone else. So I pray for all of us right now, and if any of you that are watching this believe in God, no, He does not approve of the hate. He does not approve of racism. He does not approve intolerance. He does not approve all of these things, approve of all of these things that are hurting others. I've been laughed at many times in my life. I've been pushed away because first of all, I limped a lot because I had polio. Then I had red hair, and then I had freckles, and then I liked to play softball, and I was as good as the guys, and that was not what you were supposed to do, and all these different things. And then I went into ministry many years later, and I knew I was supposed to, but people did not want a woman to bring them the message of God's salvation. One verse said, in a time when Orthodox Jews did not allow women the right to preach and teach, but they did in their home, but they weren't allowed to within the synagogue. Brothers and sisters, this is no longer how it is. My niece is a rabbi. She preaches. She lives the way she knows that God had created her to live. A loving, joyous person. A person who accepts people for who they are. And it's time we, as Christians, Muslims, Buddhists, Hindus, I don't care by what you go by, even if you're an atheist, it's time to stop the hate and the hurt that goes with this. Pray for those that are so angry that they're broken. Pray for those that are involving themselves in this time of not riots, but of protests, and turning it into something evil and wrong, because they're not doing what they've been called to do either. They want more violence, and violence doesn't solve anything. You would think over the years and centuries that we would learn that killing of innocent people is just absolutely above and beyond. But I guess we've got a long way to come and to go from here. And I don't know where we're going to go. I hope and pray like you do, that all this hurt and this rudeness and disrespect and hatred and violence leaves all of us, so we can smile at our neighbor, or the person in the other block, or the person that works over there, or down there, and just know that we're all the same. I bleed red. They bleed red. I hurt. They hurt. But we can all come together and begin to talk and change how we react to one another. It has to stop, brothers and sisters. It has to stop. My husband was a sheriff's deputy for several years. Hush, Ellie. And so I know what it's like when people threaten police officers. But I also know that it's wrong for them to seek out to do damage to someone else. And they know that. So let's stop bickering about it. Let's begin to find a way to work this out so that all are safe. All are safe. Man, woman, child, black, white, light brown, redheads, brunettes, whatever. Whatever car, whatever they drive, whatever they are about, wherever they come from, that shouldn't matter. We are created by God to be smart, to be kind, to be loving and forgiving individuals. I hope that as these weeks go on with this happening, my oldest is living in Detroit, and because of the lockdown, because of the virus, he's at home. But just down the street, the riots have gone on, the people have been protesting. But he's not afraid. He knows people have a right. A lot of your cities are having that, I know. I remember as a kid in Portland that they had several, and now I know they are in Seattle. And for all my family that are up there, I'm praying for you. But I'm praying for those that are trying to speak out and stop all this garbage that goes on in the name of law enforcement or superiority because we are a different color or we don't speak that language. Hey, as a 4-year-old, my brother and I, we spoke Portuguese. We quit speaking English and spoke Portuguese. Oh my goodness, if we did that now, shoo. But isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? Because children speak the language of their families. They are told, your children may have been told to stay away. I hope you didn't do that. In the name of Christ, I hope you didn't do that. But have a thoughtful week about this. Enjoy your days crocheting. I hope you come upon some patterns that you absolutely love and will share and show. As you can see, I've got a lot of yarn back here that's just kind of hanging out because I'm trying to find certain colors and be ready for different things. And so, this is the room outside my room. I crochet in my bedroom, away from all things, and but to do the videos, I come out here in my living room, which was my living room, and now is kind of like my yarn area. So I hope you have a great week. Please try to follow me and subscribe. I've been off the air for some time. I'm so sorry, but it's been very difficult to feel well enough to do this. So I ask that you forgive me for that, and I hope you have a beautiful and blessed week. Be with your families and be glad you can be with them. I ask that you love all and that you share that love in a way that helps what's going on instead of making it worse. God bless. Bye.